Well, it's that time to set off another December on Island T. And you know what the time is? 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning to you. Welcome to Island T. Okay, what's up?
I'm trying my best to be my best. Good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the regional and international diaspora. Happy December. It is the second day. I know every month I say try your best to be your best, but really, really try your best to be your best. And what you didn't accomplish in November, you still have December, and so forth and so forth once God gave us life and strength.
And you're certainly living those words.
No, I'm trying. I'm trying, trust me. So how's your weekend been?
Well, my weekend was Calypso filled.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to the eliminations, which it was 2 nights at Spratnet.
Mm-hmm.
So the two tents squared off to see who was gonna get to the semis.
Mm-hmm.
So we had night 1 Saturday and night 2 Sunday last night. And guess who topped? You want me to play? I can play the results clip, and then we can hear a bit of the calypsos, the top 3 calypsos. But I have most of the calypsos. So you want to hear the results?
Yep.
So, folks, in case you're wondering, you live on the rock and you didn't know, we had the calypso eliminations over the weekend at Spratnet, and Saturday night started at 8 roughly, and well, it was scheduled to start at 8. It started a little after 8, but everything worked out. Sunday also started 7. Started a little after, but it's fine. And so we have 16 people who made it to the semifinals, and I'm going to play the results for you now, and then we're going to hear a bit. And you would not believe. Let me see if you can make a guess who topped the standings.
Okay, let's try.
You go ahead. You try. Take a stab at it.
Oh, I thought you were playing the music.
Yeah, I want to play the music, but you don't know. You don't want to take a guess?
The Queen?
No, because she didn't sing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she was supposed to sing as a guest artist, but she didn't.
Shana?
No, Calypso.
Oh,
Shana is soca.
I have no. You see, I don't know.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, let's hear this. It's okay. Let's play the clip. Nice, you're fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to name the 16, start from the top. I don't even have to call out the results or the numbers or the points.
Yeah, he did. They didn't. They didn't call out the points. They just called the top the top 16 from top to bottom.
But we're going from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the SKN Senior Calypso elimination, and these are the 16 that are going to the semi-final. The date will be announced. Number 1 position is the Big Lice. Number 2 position is Kamal. Number 3 is Juicy. Number 4, Lady Karen. Number 5, Queen Kibi. Number 6, Isosop. Number 7, Lady Diva. Number 8, Mighty Freddy. Number 9, Hollywood. Number 10, Queen Singing Jackie. Down in the order, Invincible, Express Lyrics.
Okay, he meant Empress Lyrics, I guess. That was, light and whatever, So Empress Lyrics, of course, not Express Lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Green Tea, the Mighty Kinto, King Honesty, Badman Polar, Mighty Godfrey, Watch Your Back, and the alternate is Glenroy Blanchett. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, good evening, and all the best.
I should have said Big Lies, but I didn't remember at the time.
Yeah, I could tell from Saturday probably Druzy was leading, but then Big Lies sang last night, and it was a great performance. Great performance. He's always been a great performer. So let's hear a little bit of Big Lies from last night.
We having fun tonight. Elimination or no elimination. You all know me to sing. Kaisa man, I want to hear you, I want to hear you sing this song. Right? But I was joking when I start complaining that things in this country not going well. You ignored my warning, and instead of heeding to the things I said, you gave me hell. But instead of getting better, we deeper in the mire. Now the whole ship going under, and all across the country, the people unhappy, can't eat, can't sleep, and worry about their safety. And they crying, things not going well. I can't hear you, things not going well. Let me hear you in the back. Things not going well. Things not going well. And nobody have to tell you that what I say is true, because it ain't only me. Warren Bratcher feeling it too. There's hardly anybody in this land not catching hell, because things not going well.
And Big Lies, I'm telling you, it was a fiery performance, Kay. For real. And
Imagine he turned a phrase, well, it's something that he says all the time, into a song, and it sounds really good.
There are 3 songs using that phrase. A soca song and 2 calypsos.
Oh, things not going well.
Yeah.
Big Lies.
And the
he has
2
to coin his
Yeah.
phrase.
And the 2 calypsos are in the semis.
Oh.
Lady Karen's
okay.
song is called Things, but yeah, it's just short for things not going well. But here's number 2. Who's it again? Issa Kamal.
Ooh.
And the song is called Giant Lullaby. Don't ask me
Sometimes I wonder if the giants of the past can hear us through the whispering grass. I guess we'll never know, because we've come to be defiant of the wisdom that the giants came to pass. So how are we to grow? Yet is it fair for me to say that the people of today have truly lost their way? Isn't culture meant to sway? Oh, but how are we to climb all the trials of our times if we continue to hold to our limited paradigms? And though this world may fall, our ancestors fought through it all with the strength and resilience and power to survive, keeping hope and truth alive. Social conscience is now dim, and our future's looking real grim. It's time we seek and find. Oh, that knowledge source from the great divine. Only then our dreams we will achieve. This I do believe. When will we learn to communicate at last with those giants of the past? How about the ones who showed us life is but a game, and win or lose, you take the fame.
So that's Kamal. Giant Lullaby, he calls it. And he had a very, what should I call it? He had a pretty good performance.
Okay.
So, I guess that might have helped him. I really didn't have him in the first 3, to be honest.
Okay.
But making the 16 probably. But so Kamal in the number 2 position. And here we go, Druzy, I think, Tariq Drew, he's a teacher as well, I think.
Hey, Tariq.
Oh, you know him? Yeah.
Very well.
A song called New Deal.
I didn't even know he sang.
Apparently he won, I was told on the weekend that he won Digital Rising Stars one time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
School children say teachers working hard for not pay. We hand to mouth to hand, but show up each day. Trying so hard to make an end, can't even mark with a proper pen. Is this a life of respectful men, or is it life of animal pen? Don't get me wrong, this is just a song. Michelina say on open day the old days are done. We need a new deal to give our teachers confidence. We need a new deal to pour it to our students. Show me a better plan in this lesson life for our dear children. Let them write me up and say we deserve a new deal. Blow! Oh, yeah. I don't tell them already. I'm gonna tell them again. Day, da da day, da da day, da 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 da.
Yeah, so that was our number 3.
And did you see he make mention of Michelina?
Oh, he did?
Yeah, in the start of the song.
Oh, I
He
didn't
said
catch
her
that.
entire name.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, go Michi.
Yeah, so and he had, man, Saturday night, he performed Saturday night, and the response was, in fact, some people will say, a couple of people actually said that that's the king there, but I guess now after night 2 we'll see.
Yeah.
But he was very good.
Okay.
Yeah, and the song is popular. In fact, Saturday night is when he gave me the song, because last week I was hearing the song in the ad for the tents, and I was like, oh, I don't have that song. So after he came off, he was close to me, and I called him and I said, you need to provide the song for Win FM, which he did. Yeah, but that's the live version. He has a studio version as well, which was what was playing on the other stations. But great song. Actually, when I heard the ad, I remember the first tent ad that had the song. I thought it was Kamal. In fact, when Kamal was here, I said, "Is that New Deal song you?" He said, "No, that's." He said, "That's Tariq." Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
now I know Tariq is a man. I know he has many talents under his belt, because I know he does chaperoning, etc., etc. But I didn't know he could sing.
Oh, he's just chaperoning too.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does. Yeah, and he's a
Okay.
teacher at the Bright Star in the West,
What's that? Which one?
Birchell's High.
Oh, okay. See, I could have
Yeah.
said Sandy Point, which is
No, it's
is
not.
in the West
Sandy
too.
Point isn't the Bright Star. Birchell's
Hey,
take their
watch
Bright
it. You
Star
better watch
seriously.
it.
No, but
When
Birchell's.
Biff and those other people come up here, and Noah and the other
Sandy
Sandy
Point
Point,
is
and,
a
and
whole-
Socrates come for you.
Their whole
I
town
can't
on their
defend you, huh?
own. No, they can't get everything. Come on, Sandy Point. You can't get everything. But they aren't the Bright Star. It's the Birchell's High.
Birchell's High.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, in 5 minutes' time, we have traffic talk, right?
Yeah, I want to squeeze in the story.
Okay.
Clear is probably. I mean, it's probably not something to find funny, but Clear would probably all of the ones living in the States will relate. There was a fire in Connecticut. I think they said it was 20.
That's a turkey?
Yes. So
Ooh.
yes, I mean they a $2.8 million house in Connecticut. They put the turkey to cook in the garage,
They should have, but then outside was probably cold.
and the house burned down.
Yeah.
You know, the firemen were saying how well, I mean, if we had gotten there before, we may have, but they said the fire probably spread really fast. And apparently it was after 3 or something in the afternoon. Could you imagine on a special day like that, and you lose your house, your friends? Everyone got out safely, thank God. But
That's good.
Thanksgiving, everybody, you know,
Is in the thankful spirit,
yeah,
like we should be in all year
Oh
round.
my God.
Like I was even looking at something where this guy, he was eating with his family, but the news report says he's part of a gang. I don't know. I can't judge the guy. This is in the U.S. And somebody actually came in, a rival gang member actually came in his family's yard and was shooting after him. Yes, it's Thanksgiving Day,
Are you
right?
serious?
So I'm like, the assailant is obviously not grateful for life, because if he's caught, your life is basically done with. So the fact that you're going to take somebody's life on a day that most people in the U.S.
Yeah.
are thankful for, it was just horrendous. Yes, but nobody lost their life. The guy got away unhinged, and I guess the perpetrator got away as well.
Yeah. So
But there was video showing.
you know, I was kind of hoping you were gonna say I was hoping you were going to say, oh, it turned into a feel-good story. The guy came in and said, man, I just came to pick up a plate.
Oh, not at all.
And
He
let's
came
squash
to
the
take
beef.
somebody's life.
You know?
The guy was just eating
Yeah.
with his family, minding his own business. Good thing he was away. But just see how people don't care about the lives of others, because the guy was away from his family, eating his plate. Then when the guy came in the yard and started shooting, he ran. And I mean, he see all the guy's family members there, and he was still letting go of the bullets out of the gun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He didn't care who it hit.
And then, the same thing happens here. We've had those isolated incidents where we have maybe Juvia or a big gathering. Or in Chicago, that they have parades and people they have to out to get one person and they just shoot up the place indiscriminately.
Everybody.
I mean, how stupid do you have to be to know that? Okay, yeah, you have your beef with this person, but leave innocent people out of it.
They don't care. They actually do not care.
Okay, 8:28. So let me see what this caller has to say. Okay, I wonder if that was Cleo. Cleo said that was foolish on their part in
To
reference
do it
to
in
the
the
turkey.
garage, right?
Yeah,
Because
and
I
those
saw
houses
this.
are wood. And
I saw this guy was showing us how to fry a turkey, but he was showing you outside. He was showing you it outside. So I don't understand why they think maybe it was cold, but still somebody should have been watching that, because I'm sure if someone was watching it, that would not have happened. Maybe they were all outside gathering and somebody didn't watch it and the fire just got the best of them. I see there's a little. I would like to, as we would say here.
But Connecticut, though, I mean, it should be pretty chilly. I mean, they're probably.
That's why maybe they didn't do it outside. That's what I'm saying. So they put it in
Yeah,
the garage.
but
But somebody should have been watching the turkey. Everybody can't be in the chatting
But I don't
until.
understand. Why wouldn't they do it in the house? There must be, I guess, more information.
It
will come out.
depends. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they were deep frying the turkey,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
And maybe it bubbled over because you cannot put in the turkey. The guy was. He
Like
said you
that.
have to wait for the oil to get to a certain temperature, because he gently lowered in the turkey as he was showing you.
Yeah.
Because he said if you don't do it that way, the oil boils
Boils over
over,
and
hit the fire, and
Yes.
you know what happened there. So
there
maybe
you
that's
go.
exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what I was thinking.
Maybe somebody was right there and they just had to run away.
Yeah. Let's squeeze in this call. 8:29 before traffic talk. Caller, go right ahead. Hey.
Just check the official carnival release. There's some different names there. Check carnival page from the Calypso semi-finals.
Different names meaning what?
A couple of different names.
You mean different from what they said last night?
Check the carnival page on
Oh.
the Facebook.
Okay. I'm gonna do that now.
Yep.
Okay, we have traffic talk coming up next. Okay, 8:30. Let's head to the break. Hear from Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Uh-oh.
Found the South 98.9.
Things in life: your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider. Only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers.
It's 8:31.
I'm begging you.
Traffic talk, the first one for December 2024, and we got Officer Henry and company. And of course, traffic talk is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Good morning, Sophie. How are you doing?
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Jamsta. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good. And the officer, I forgot his name.
It's Birmingham.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, morning.
Yeah.
Oh, Officer Ham. Good morning. Welcome.
So, take it away, officer.
This morning I'll be talking about traffic lights. And what is the importance of the traffic lights? The primary function of any traffic signal is to assign right of way to conflicting movements of traffic at an intersection. And it does this by permitting conflicting stream of traffic to share the same intersection by means of time separation. Signal lights have a red light that means stop, a green light that means go, and a yellow, which is an amber light, which when on is by itself and not flashing mean stop if able to do so safely. In 2018, the first set of traffic lights were commissioned in St. Kitts. And it was governed by statutory rules and ordinance number 2 of 18, vehicles and road traffic lights. And now I'll turn over to my constable to explain statutory rules and order number 2 of 18.
Good morning. This statutory rules and orders is pertaining to the traffic lights, the regulations as it pertains to the traffic lights. Right? Where colored lights or lighted arrows are used. Oh, sorry. Yes. Where colored lights or lighted arrows are used at an intersection to direct the movement of traffic or pedestrians, only the colors green, red, or yellow shall be used. Where a driver approaches an intersection and the traffic signal that is facing the driver is showing a circular green light, the driver shall proceed straight through the intersection or turn right or left unless there is a traffic sign prohibiting that turn or straight through movement. A green arrow, when you see a green arrow, the driver shall turn in the direction indicated by that said arrow. A steady circular red light, the driver shall bring the vehicle to a stop at or before it arrives at the limit line at the intersection. If you see a steady or flashing yellow light, it means that the driver may proceed through the intersection with caution. And that's a key word there, with caution, bearing in mind that the light may be about to turn red and it will no longer be safe to proceed. Right? I know at some point in time you would see at sometime at night, you would see circular flashing lights when you pass at certain intersection. For example, at the top of 4th Street, where Digicel is located, right? So if you're driving and you see that light, that flashing red light, it simply means that you as the driver shall proceed using the rules of an intersection where the traffic lights are not in operation, right? So when you see that flashing red light, it simply means that you should still proceed with caution, but still follow the rules of the intersection.
So it's like sort of essentially the rules that would have applied before the traffic lights.
Exactly.
If someone is trying to cross, obviously,
yes.
you let them cross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Turning, etc.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, let me ask a question. This is a kind of a trick question. If the lights are suspended, does that mean that, for example, if I'm going west on Kearn Street, I can decide to go up Victoria Road?
No.
Okay.
Sergeant ready for you.
Still no right turn.
Yes.
Oh boy. Go straight.
So
I thought that rule would have been suspended
No.
as well, but okay. I tried.
Did say same rules.
Where a police officer or a traffic warden enters an intersection for the purpose of controlling traffic, this shall have the effect of suspending the operation of the traffic lights. Right? Drivers and pedestrians shall comply with the directions of the police officer or traffic warden. Right? So, there are times where the traffic is really congested, right, at certain times during the day. So if that is the case, a traffic warden might be placed in that particular intersection and direct traffic, right? So where you see a traffic warden directing traffic, she supersedes the traffic light until otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes, says this provision, the provisions of this regulation shall apply equally to the operators or riders of non-motorized vehicles. Right? So here we're touching on emergency vehicles. Notwithstanding the provisions of regulations 3 and 5, and subject to sub-regulation 3, the driver of an authorized emergency vehicle may park or stand irrespective of the provisions of these regulations. Proceed past a red light or stop sign, but only after slowing down, as may be necessary for safe operation. Right? An emergency vehicle may exceed the maximum speed limit so long as he does not endanger life or property. And an emergency vehicle may disregard regulations governing direction of movement or turning in specified directions.
So the ambulance coming up needing to get across to the Moravian Church as quickly as possible can go across there? Okay.
Yes.
So just us.
Yes.
No.
Emergency vehicle, not Jamsta.
I think
So the exemptions granted to an emergency vehicle pursuant to subsection 1 shall apply only when that vehicle is making use of audible and visual signals as used on emergency vehicles.
Okay.
So not because you're driving an ambulance doesn't mean you can just
turn up there.
Not just like that.
The siren and
So
the
you
lights have to be on.
Yes.
Oh Lord. So what if you just give them an idea? Ambulance folks don't get me.
Provisions of sub-regulations 1 and 2 do not relieve the driver of an authorized emergency vehicle from the duty to drive with due regard for the safety of all. Nor shall such provisions protect the driver from the consequence of his or her reckless disregard for the safety of others. Right? So not because you drive an emergency vehicle doesn't mean you can be driving recklessly, right? Because you are there to ensure the safety of other people. Mm-hmm. And if your job is to ensure the safety of people, you can't be driving recklessly to endanger others. Right? This part's got to do with the pedestrians now. A pedestrian shall have the right of way whenever a traffic light shows, when a traffic light signal shows a steady walk sign or the diagram of a walking person. A pedestrian shall not cross the road whenever the traffic light shows a flashing sign or a phrase, "do not walk," or the diagram of an upraised hand. Right? A steady sign of the phrase "do not walk" or the diagram of an upraised hand. So if you at the pedestrian crossing, at the traffic light, if you don't see that red upraised hand, that means do not walk, and you should definitely not be crossing the road at that time. Right?
Yeah. Sometimes we take the chance because we see we could run across. Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
A pedestrian shall comply with all traffic signals that are applicable to pedestrians at an intersection. Where traffic signals are in operation at an intersection, the driver of a vehicle shall stop and remain stopped to allow a pedestrian to cross a roadway when the pedestrian is on the pedestrian crossing or steps onto the pedestrian crossing and is upon the half of the roadway upon which the vehicle is traveling, or is approaching so closely from the opposite half of the roadway as to be in danger. Where traffic lights are not in operation at an intersection and there is no signage indicating otherwise, the driver of a vehicle shall yield to the right of way, slowing down or stopping if needs be, to yield to a pedestrian crossing the roadway on a pedestrian crossing when the pedestrian is upon the half of the roadway upon which the vehicle is traveling or is approaching so closely from the opposite half of the roadway as to be in danger. No pedestrian shall suddenly leave a curb or other place of safety and walk or run into the path of a vehicle which is so close that it is impossible for the driver to yield. And that is very important because we here at Traffic Department, we have seen instances like this many times, right?
Because we think we some road runners, so we can beat the traffic.
That is true, right? The thing is, pedestrians know that they have the right of way, right? But not because you have the right of way as a pedestrian, it does not mean you have to, you should cross the road
like you own it.
Exactly. Exactly. Because you as a pedestrian, your safety is still a priority to you, and crossing the road when you feel like.
Can I say something before you continue on?
Sure.
Sergeant and officer, we need to do something about the crossing there by KFC. People still crossing on it, you know?
And up by Convent too.
Oh my gosh,
Yes. Talking to the mic, Sophie, is it?
Sorry, up by Convent?
Talk again. I was having a little trouble with that mic. Talk.
At Convent?
Okay, talk again. Keep talking.
Okay, she's talking about the one that make KFC.
Yes, we have to do something about
Remember,
that.
that's not a crosswalk.
People still crossing on it, and persons are still yielding for them to cross, but people don't know that. And the black is coming off again.
Right. We try everything.
We sandblast it?
We didn't get any yet, but persons still using it. But not even only there, because they walk, as soon as they come out Rams, they cross straight across the road.
And
there's
road
traffic
wider,
lights right there.
No, the problem with the one up there, I noticed the pedestrian light doesn't seem to turn over as fast. And I had an incident last week. I was crossing the street. I was standing there by Lucky. And when it eventually changed, sometimes I was standing there for like 5-6 minutes before. Usually I have to take a chance to cross. Anyway, so I tried to cross.
You should take a chance.
Huh?
You're honest.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing coming. Look at all the cardinal points. Nobody's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it might be red, and I walk, right? Okay. So I'm walking, and this car is coming, and the car didn't stop, so I got back up on the sidewalk.
And it's red?
And yeah. Well, I don't know what he was seeing.
Okay.
But you had the right to cross?
I had the pedestrian light. And I gave him a look, and I'm like, okay, if you're in the move already, I did like this. Go ahead. and then got back up on the sidewalk. And me and somebody in a car like exchanged a look of incredulity, like, what is this guy doing?
Got to be he was absent-minded.
Probably didn't pay attention to
It
the
could be
light.
he was seeing, because I've seen incidents where it seems as though that light, the light they were seeing going west, might be
Green.
at odds with what I'm seeing.
Oh, the pedestrian crossing over there.
Y'all never heard complaints about?
No.
But sometimes I'm coming out in the car, and people are coming. I remember at least twice I come out.
And it was on the countdown?
I have green, and this person, like, if I didn't stop, because every time I drive up there,
Are you talking about two vehicles?
Yes, like, so it happens to me when I'm walking and when I'm driving. So I don't know if it is that the timing between when that they're going west and it turns green is at odds with when I'm seeing green or seeing the walk light. I don't know.
And the person
And
tend
nobody
to
has
at the light there.
ever complained or
No. And the person because up to the other, I think I was going up. I don't know where I was coming from. But the traffic backed up, and person still come through. So when the light change green, we can get
Block
out from
out,
East
yeah.
Independence Square Street. And person still coming across because, okay, they figure that
Yeah.
my light was changed and then person blocked me up, so I'm still coming out. And that is it. Drivers do not wait. Even if you're already over the line, just stop and let the traffic continue.
Exactly.
because that's what I do when I see people in a more hurry than me. I was like, oh, go ahead, be my guest.
Because some people feel that because they are already over the limit
They should
line,
continue.
that they should continue.
And the thing is, like me, when I'm crossing the street, I always defer to the drivers in that. Let's say somebody stops for me. It might not be a traffic stop, but somebody stops for me, I run across. Because I recognize that they didn't have to stop.
Right.
I mean, as much as y'all say, we have the right of way, I like to show them the respect, and I don't saunter across. I run across, I walk across fast, and sometimes I even acknowledge it.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Good on you for letting me pass or whatever.
That's good. Right.
But I'll check out that one, Jamsta.
I did have someone did call and tell me they were going to send me some hard questions for you. He said he was going to make them extra hard. No, I'm kidding. I made that bad up. Let me see if I see it. Y'all can talk in the meantime. I'm looking for it. I haven't seen it yet. Let me see. Okay. Well, he hasn't sent them yet. What's going on here? Yeah, okay. We have a call. Let's take this call and see what's going on. Yeah, and as soon as I said let's take this call, the person hangs up. Okay. So it's 8:50, 10 minutes until 9 o'clock. You guys can give us a call if you wanted to weigh in on Traffic Talk. Don't forget, Traffic Talk is sponsored by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Anything else you want to touch on?
Yes. I would like to touch on the offenses as it pertains to the traffic lights and for pedestrians as well. The regulation says where a driver, operator, or rider of a non-motorized vehicle fails to comply with a traffic signal or fails to yield the right of way to a vehicle or pedestrian on the intersecting way pursuant to Regulation 3 and 5, the driver commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $1,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 months. Okay. Where a pedestrian acts contrary to Regulation 5, subsection 2, 3, 6, 8, or 9, he or she commits an offense and may be liable upon summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $500 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 month. Any person who without lawful authority alters, defaces, damages, knocks down, or removes any traffic control device or traffic control device, or any traffic control device or traffic sign, or interferes with or intercepts a traffic signal, commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $5,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year.
And as Constable Chimmingham read the offenses, number 2, where pedestrian are contrary to regulation 5, 2, 3, 6, 8, or 9, he or she commits an offense. And this is for pedestrians who crossing when the light is red or green. Some persons, as you say, could think they could run across. We call that jaywalking, where we didn't have much persons being summoned for that. And this is not a ticketable offense.
Let me ask another trick question. When I make the judgment call to cross when there are no vehicles, when I check all the cardinal points and no vehicles are coming, or maybe one of them is on a stoplight, is that a ticketable offense?
Yes, it's not ticketable. It's
you can be summoned.
Summons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You go before the court and the magistrate can fine you. Pardon?
Cat o' nine tails? Oh, fine. Okay.
Yes, can fine you $500.
Yeah, that can hurt more than lashes. Yeah, for sure.
Or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 month.
All of that just for really?
Yes, Jamsta. That's why they're looking out for our safety.
I understand, but I mean, sometimes when you're there, I mean, I don't know how nobody's ever told you this, but sometimes you're standing there 6 minutes and nothing. People sometimes, in fact, there was someone actually stopped.
And you press the bell? You press the button?
And I've been there with people who are there like, I'm being here 3 minutes and it hasn't changed. So this doesn't work, that kind of thing.
Well, I have to let them check it out. I know they was making something about the one up by Miss Slack preschool by Hartford Valley Mat. But I'm not hearing anything about that anymore.
Okay. And 9 times out of 10, I'm on the left side. So, going up, I'm on the left side.
So you walk.
So I generally don't
have to cross.
Have a cross, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to remind the motorists of the no right turn, whether the light is suspended or it is working. And I know we have a lot of no right turn. If you're coming from west to east on Keon Street, you cannot turn, or you should not turn right down into College Street. You should not turn right down into College Street. You should not turn right into Church Street. You should not turn right into Rosemary Lane and West Independence Square Street if you're coming from west. If you're coming from east, you should not turn right up into Victoria Road. You should not turn right.
What you looked at me for?
Up into College Street. Jamsta. Are you guilty, Jamsta? I don't think so.
Oh, boy.
If you're coming on the Bay Road, one should not turn right into Sandown Road. Or turn right into Wrigley Alley, which is the alley just behind this station, behind the mall. Wrigley Alley is just behind here.
No, but what did you say about repeat the Sandown Road?
If you're coming from on the Bay Road from the fisheries.
Oh, okay.
One should not turn right up into Sandown Road.
Where the traffic lights are.
Okay.
Sandown Road.
Okay.
Wrigley Alley.
I don't think I've ever done that, but okay. It's a good thing. Okay.
This, what they call here again? In this building.
Sands
Complex, you should not turn right. You're coming from on the Bay Road by the post office, one shouldn't turn right into Port Zante East. Port Zante East. They also have some solid lights, green. If you're coming on Birdwalk Road and it's a solid green and nothing is coming from the opposite direction, you can turn right down into The industrials.
Give me a minute or two.
Call. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, a very pleasant morning to each and every one of you. I would like to compliment the authorities for the work that's being done on the Monkey Hill route. I think it's an outstanding project, which is long overdue, and it's really good to see that the people of Monkey Hill are getting some good roads. I would also like to appeal to the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Roads Division in particular, to look closely at roads in Petal Street, Wade's Garden, the Wade's Garden area, Shadwell. Some of those areas inside there are some very deep potholes, so we would like the roadway or the roadways in those areas to be paved so that we can have much more user-friendly roads in those areas. I think all the people in those areas are paying their wheel taxes, and they deserve a lot better. With respect to the increase in the bus fees, I think it's very welcome. It's long overdue. It was very, very long overdue. I think the last time we had an increase was sometime back in 2008. It's just a pity that the longer routes haven't been increased to $5 instead of $4.75. But nonetheless, a little is better than nothing. We are thankful to the authorities for the increased bus fees, and we do hope that the traveling public will cooperate with all the bus drivers on every route, and everybody will be happy as time goes by. So all the best to everybody. God bless.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
And we have a great comment here from someone who says, with all these do not turn instructions, are there signs to support this? Because how will tourists know this?
Yes, there are signs. There are signs about 30. Way ahead before you turn on the street. On Keon Street, it have one just, I think, before you meet the Salvation Army School. And when you're coming from east, you have one, I think it's by Singer area, before you get to the gut. So there are signage.
So do you guys ticket tourists when they, go off the reservation?
If they are caught, Jamsta.
Okay.
If they are caught.
Okay, because I remember one time I was down 4th Street on a Sunday, and what did they do? I think they drove down 4th Street, and the next thing they came back up, and I kind of, I would have gotten an Oscar for playing a policeman that day, because I said, hey, no, you can't do that.
At least it was a good civilian.
Yeah. No, because I don't play with them, because, they think they could come down here and do as they like. No, I'm just being real. So, I deal with them.
The tourists are no different. The law is for
exactly.
everybody.
I hope so. You saying that, but
yes,
hey.
The law pertains to everybody, and the tourist is no different. Okay.
And also on the Boardwalk Road, when you're coming from Hobson Enterprise area, there's a pull off on the left side.
Yep.
Persons are taking that as a slip lane. It is not a slip lane.
So if the light is red and you're going left, you're not supposed to go in there?
No.
Okay, driver, you heard that?
Persons are doing that. It's not a slip lane. It's a pull off for if anything happened to your vehicle.
So it's not?
It's not a slip lane. The only slip lane on that road is by TDC to get onto Boardwalk Road when you're going to the ECCB.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So going.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, folks, the one that's coming down, as you said, the one right there by Best Buy, you can't go when it's red and think because you're going left. Yeah. It's just if you have emergencies.
Because you might coming down and then somebody's coming up to turn into Best Buy and there's a collision, you're wrong.
Wait. You're talking about the thing on the left where you're able to go left when it's red?
No.
You're not able to.
That's not
Only the one that's going to
lane.
the central bank is the slip lane.
Only the one.
When you pass in TDC Automotive. Got it?
But somebody had told me
It is not a slip lane.
Somebody
No,
had
it
told
is
me
not.
so. That's why I asked her.
Oh.
It
so
is
thank
not a
God
slip
I wasn't
lane.
driving. I might have been the person to get the ticket.
Because the thing is, even though I do it very, because when I go around, before I go out onto no. Someone really told me that, but before I go out onto the main,
Yeah,
where
to go down the
yeah,
road.
I check to make sure.
It is not.
You
It
know?
is not
Wow.
a slip lane.
Yes.
I've been saying that over and
But
over.
I
It
see
is
people
not.
doing it.
Yeah, you see people doing it, but it is wrong.
And if you are observant, you would recognize that the markings on the road are different. The markings at the two places are different. The markings coming down where Best Buy is, the side to Best Buy is different to the ones going up by TDC.
Or to the central
The
bank.
side,
To the side
slip
to
lane.
TDC.
Yeah.
To go around to Central Bank area there.
Okay.
So the markings on the road are different. So it would indicate whether if it is.
Boy, I sound like a criminal this morning.
That's what I'm saying. They might preempt write tickets for you, Jamsta.
It is not a slip lane, Jamster. It's a hard shoulder or a pull off, as we usually say. So persons who are doing it like Jamster, please desist from such.
No.
And tonight they're having In the Spirit of Christmas.
Oh, it starts now?
Yes,
already?
starting
Okay.
this evening at 7.
In Independence Square?
No, the circus. Where usually be?
What am I
Circus, yeah.
thinking? I'm thinking there, but I'm saying the wrong
Oh,
thing.
I know
I
what you mean.
apologize.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Vehicular traffic is diverted from there during that time?
Yes, usually be no entry.
Okay.
From Liverpool Road into the circus, from Bank Street into the circus, and from the Bay Road into the circus.
Okay. Guys, you heard it here first. Don't let them have to ticket you, please.
No, there'll be no entry signs.
And an officer there too to ensure it's enforced?
Officers always working. Yes.
So-
Dun. They
So-
better adhere.
So you guys will take the lights? Well, I guess probably.
No, it won't be suspended.
The one down by Bank of
No.
Nevis? No.
No.
But they'll just be there so persons can't turn on the green arrow.
yes,
Yeah.
but the signs will be there.
Or they'll be able to turn? Stuff?
No.
No.
That's what I meant.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So
Cones will
persons
be there.
can't turn.
Can.
green.
It sounded like you said can.
No,
That's what I meant.
cannot
Okay.
turn on the
Okay.
green arrow.
The signs would be placed there to indicate that you can't enter.
You heard Corporal Ham?
Okay.
He
Let's-
has
let's-
ticket book, you know.
Well, let's end it on a funny note. Someone says, Jamster is breaking all kinds of laws, but to play tourist police.
Jamster, you let out yourself.
Okay, guilty.
Oh, boy. Jamster, you looked for that one. But at least we be admitting to our
Yes.
mistakes.
Yeah.
So at least you know. You
Yeah,
cannot.
for future.
I think
Yes.
maybe y'all really should seriously do put a sign about up there, because everybody does it. I actually thought that was a thing, Up by
You're trying to put
on the corner by
something-
TDC.
you're trying to-
Yeah.
No,
You're trying to put something that
By
you cannot
Best Buy.
come. Not
Yeah.
TDC.
But I mean on this side
yeah,
by
the side at
TDC.
Best Buy.
TDC, you can, it's a slip lane over by
But that's
Best
what I
Buy.
meant.
No, I said when you're coming from Hobson Enterprise, you're
You
coming
can't.
across.
You can't, yeah.
No, you're doing the right way. You're doing the right thing. Johnson. Yes.
Okay. Because that's
You're
what
doing
I
the
meant.
right thing to go up to Central Bank,
Yeah.
but you're doing the wrong thing if you're coming
From Hobson
from
Enterprise.
Hobson and you're trying to peep
Go
the lane
down.
by Best Buy to get into.
The Bay Road.
No,
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you clear up that.
Okay. So I hope you guys have a great week. And let me tell you about the accident quickly. Down at Spratnet last night, Chris Moonlight announced that P4165, the driver P4165, there's been like a little thing outside, and when we left, we saw the wrecker was there. The car was on the top. It seemed as though she was parked on the seaside, and it's unclear what happened, but the the right rear quadrant of the car was all destroyed, like all the fender around the rear wheel, all this mangled, and I don't know what, if the person was trying to park, the bumper came off. I know the person was trying to park or what, but so it's unclear what happened. So, and I remember Saturday night when we were going down, I was looking at the side of the road. Most people parked. Well, people parked on both sides. And I remember musing to myself, I said, it would have been better. Maybe it would have been better if there was more space between the road and the rocks, so that people can park completely off the road, sort of like the kind of space you would have had, like you have up on the F.T. Williams, because you can pull off on the side. Well, it used to be like that before. You could pull off from this side onto the seaside, and the car would be completely off the road. I remember I was thinking that Saturday night, and then here we go. Someone got, So I guess you guys will probably, I don't know, you guys might find out what happened at some point.
Yes.
But yeah, thought I'd mention that. Yeah. Okay, guys. Great show today.
Yeah,
thank you.
As usual.
Yeah, and of course, Traffic Talk is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. See you guys next week.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
St. Kitts and Nevis, one-day cricket action is back! West Indies will face Bangladesh in 3 City United one-day internationals on December 8th, 10th, and 12th at Water Park from 9:30 a.m. sharp. It's all-day entertainment. Visit the box office from December 4th to 12th to get your tickets or go to windiescricket.com. West Indies, home for Christmas!
Fat days are just around the corner this December, but why wait? Come now to Hosford's. Get pre-approved credit today for the biggest fat days on December 13th and 21st. That's right! Visit Hosford's building and Nevis Centers, Furniture and Appliances, Ashley Furniture Home Store, and even Hosford's Auto Sales to get pre-approved credit for all your VAT day dreams. Want a brand new living room set? Need a brand new stove? Or maybe you're eyeing a shiny new car. Get in now to lock in pre-approved on our lowest interest rates ever on brand new vehicles. Just make your way to any Hostel's location, create your VAT Day wish list, and we'll handle the credit check. Then come back in December and get everything you picked out with your pre-approved credit. Hostel's is here to make VAT Days easy and exciting. Pre-approved credit now for VAT Days in December. Terms and conditions apply. Visit Hostel's today for all the details.
Pay a bill this Christmas and Skellig will give to you $5,000. Yes, you heard me right. Skellig is giving away $5,000 to one lucky customer this Christmas just by clearing their bill or paying $250 or more towards their arrears. But that's not all. The good folks at Skellig will also be giving away $500 weekly to one lucky customer. Payments must be made in store, online, at the bank, or over the phone between November 25th to December 29th. Every payment gets you closer to a brighter home, a lighter bill, and a chance to win some extra cash to make your Christmas dreams come true. Terms and conditions apply. So go pay your bill now for a chance to win cash from Skellig. Pay a bill this Christmas and Skellig will give to you $5,000.
Boss,
It's sugar must flow. Good night.
Well, Hollywood, he's one of the semifinalists. He says, Sugar Mass is a place to be. Definitely. And he's in, like I said, he's safely into the semifinals. This one is called The Place to Be. Okay, so we're back here with the road criminal and the sky girl. You didn't get that one?
I figure you're the road criminal and I'm the sky girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're saying King Hollywood. He's from Nevis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a comment I wanted to read. What?
All the laws, but
No.
tourist police.
No.
Oh,
It's one of those innocent law-breaking things. Because I feel like there should be. Well, maybe I shouldn't. Say
Well,
that because
it's good that you're saying these things because I'm sure you're not the only person that did it, and I was told that I could use that. So maybe when I got my Jeep back, I might have done that and then get in trouble. So now I know I can't do it at all. Yeah.
But the pedestrian thing, though, I mean, what are you gonna do? Stay there forever? Because trust me. I remember there was a day last week.
The light when it doesn't work, you mean?
Yeah, there was a day last week when it's someone who actually stopped and let me, which I thought was interesting because I don't know if she was seeing from all the way on Pond Road that this person's been there a while, but I thought it was interesting that she took the time to stop and let me cross. You know, because some people just they don't care, they just drive and. But yeah, so that's what sometimes I'm there 2-3 people, or sometimes people are on the other side, and we were exchanging glances like, well, what are we gonna do? Until we probably choose a time and okay, let's say it's illegal, but what are you gonna do? I mean, there's no one coming.
Yeah, because you're right. If nobody's coming from the left or the right, you best believe I'm running over and I'm
exactly.
Yeah.
And if there's take for example, there might be nobody coming up by Convent. Or it's a red that just changed, so you have time. There's no one coming across.
So you're talking about the one by Convent
on the corner by Lucky.
And but isn't there a next one too? Right there. Okay, so you're coming from east. There.
No, I'm walking. I'm walking from work, and I go up to the top there.
By Independence
East Square. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what about the second one? You don't take that one. The one that's further up.
Oh no, I usually only go over there. There's maybe one in 15. I'll go over there.
Okay.
Well, usually I don't have any issues with that. Like usually, if I go up there, happen to be on that side. I don't even think I've ever. I remember one time I didn't even bother to touch the light because there were no vehicles coming, so I just crossed over by my slack and then continued up. But usually I'm on the slack side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
so
enough.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. In a kind of a way. Going up by Miss Slack is actually, I don't think I've ever really used a light there because usually most people are not going up there. So I just wait. I just look. I just wait. If I don't see anybody coming, then I just cross the street and then continue up. But yeah. So this person was. I really had to read this one. Let me see. Someone said, "I have all the smoke for Donald Trump." But I'm not talking about the fact that Joe Biden pardoned his son.
I would have pardoned my son too. I would have pardoned my son. I'm very sorry. I'm going to leave my son to the wolves.
And
madness.
And they say this man is... Imagine they say this man is incoherent. He gave a very good reason for pardoning his son.
Listen...
I totally get it.
I would not leave my child out there to that wolf that's coming in to tear him apart.
Exactly.
I'm very sorry. If I have one pardon, I'm going to use it on my flesh and blood. And I think Joe Biden did the right thing.
I agree.
Because he's not going to pardon him.
I agree.
He's going to send him straight to jail. Not saying because of his color, he should be privileged and whatever. But you have the chance to do something for your child.
Yeah,
you do it. You don't wait for somebody else to do it.
And let's be clear. If it was Trump and one of his sons was in that trouble, he would have done, yes. Yes.
I'm waiting to see if he's gonna pardon those folks that play fool for him or clowns for him on the 6th, because I know a lot
my
of their
God,
families probably voted
That's
for
crazy.
Donald Trump to get back in so that their families can get out of jail. So
That
let's wait and
is-
see what's
yes,
gonna happen.
that is crazy.
Let's wait and see. January is like right there.
That
it's
is
it's
crazy,
it's
yeah.
peeping around the corner, waiting for his inauguration, and there's gonna be a peaceful transfer of power. Miss Kamala and Mr. Biden is not going to be out there telling people to march and do this and do that and do that. They lost, they conceded, and they're moving forward. As they said, look, she was at a soup kitchen for Thanksgiving. Where was the incumbent president? Where was he?
You've heard the rumors about him looking sick? And,
Who's the old one now?
Yeah, there
Listen,
you go. There you go.
the shoe is on the other foot. It's
you
funny
go.
when no, don't even
There
get
you
me
go.
don't even get me started.
Yeah, who's the
Don't
old
get
one
me-
now?
Who is the old one now?
That must rankle him when people
Because
stick.
he's tripping. You see when he was going in the garbage truck, he almost fell then. At some
really?
other point, I
Oh, I
can't
didn't see
remember
that.
exactly where I saw. He tripped again. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only Mr. Biden that trips. You trip too, kind sir.
There's a rumor that he was getting that he may be getting cancer treatment at Mar-a-Lago. We don't know if that's true.
Oh boy.
Yeah, call her. Go right ahead.
Morning. Oh,
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Sorry for stinking up the morning with Trump, but you know.
He had to come in at some point.
because-
Y'all can't help me. Y'all
Well,
can't help
no.
We
well,
so
I-
can.
Well, someone gave me smoke, so I had to give some smoke back.
Man, I tell you, if there was a mileage if he was gonna get mileage, he would have passed the mileage. but okay, so let's come to Biden, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even so much that he pardoned his son. Is that it goes to show he's not a man of his word, because he was asked several times and he swear he will not.
Well, he realized
That's the point.
he realized the weight of the problem and leaving his sons to the wolves or the snakes or the lions.
Come
So
on
he
now, come on. That even after the election, the question was asked. It was asked.
yes, but guess
So
what?
It's not so much that he pardoned his son, but it goes to show that
No,
he's
but
not a man of his word.
The man probably slept on that
No.
car. He
Carry
probably
weight.
went
And
home.
that's the difference. And you see, that's the difference between he and Trump. Trump said he gonna put turf. He said he gonna think the border, and he
ain't gonna do
what
nothing.
says,
He
and
might
he
send home a
says.
couple people, but
Come on,
somebody
come on.
gonna talk sense into him concerning them tariffs right there, cause he too gonna be suffering.
So you see, your word, what the word of God said, your word is your bond. Don't
Yeah,
say
but
something you don't really mean.
maybe
Because
he-
tell the public he will not pardon his son, and he repeated it several times.
Yeah, but
So
when
he
he went
proved
home
to
and
be a liar.
he had a dream, so he had to make that dream a reality and not leave his sons to the wolves.
He had no blinking dream. Talk to me.
The man had a dream. The man had to save his son from
Here's
the
a-
wolves.
Here's a
Yes.
The man just proved to the world that his word is not his bond. He's
Well,
a
he's
liar.
leaving. He's leaving. We all tell lies sometime, and I would have said that. And when I realized
So you see how you're willing to pardon his lie? So it's the same way, just what goes for all goes for
no. This is a child's involved
You're
here.
willing to pardon his lie.
Caller, a
You
child
should
is
be willing to
involved. A
pardon
grown
the
child
lie
is
of any other
involved.
person's lie.
Okay, I gotta take another call. You can call back. Caller, go right ahead.
A grown child is involved. So I'm
Oh,
going
boy.
to go home. I had my dream. I have to pardon my child. I cannot leave my child in the circumstances of, oh gosh, what's coming in.
Mike, try again. I think I have the phone. Yeah, try again.
Yes, caller, please do.
Yes, some people are asking, and you can try calling as well. And the lines are free right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a comment here.
Listen, I'm
Someone
getting.
says-
Hold on, Jamsa. It's
go ahead.
wrong.
Yeah,
so
same
that's
one. I
three
was about
wrongs
to
for
read.
Biden to pardon his
Yeah.
son. It would be equally wrong if Trump gives similar treatment to a close relative. Yeah, it's wrong, but you can't leave it to him.
But it's apples and oranges, though.
Because he's gonna do it for his folks.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
why
Biden-
shouldn't
and
Mr.
then-
Biden do it for his son?
And then also the case has been resolved. They said, okay, we didn't find him guilty of anything.
Exactly.
So he pardoned
Let
him.
me
just
use my one pardon on my
Yes.
child. I'm
But-
sorry. No.
It's not the same.
Listen, he's the less of the two evils. The other one is too extreme.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Caller, go right ahead. 921.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yes,
hear
we
you. Hey,
can.
what's up?
Good morning.
Good morning,
Mhm.
Kortensia. Good morning, Jamsta.
What's up?
No, Jamsta.
Hold on.
I want to flip the script a bit, and I want to talk about some local politics.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you talking about the little scandalous behavior over there in the States, but we got our very own scandal happening here in St. Kitts. And
Caution,
likely
caution, we're heading into unsafe territory.
Well,
Okay, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
If it smells like a,
Yeah.
So anyway,
Mhm.
you would have seen my story over the weekend on the St. Kitts Nevis Times, where the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has finally admitted that my daughter is a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis, right? A long-running battle. Now, you see the certificates for St. Kitts and Nevis registration as a citizen, right?
Yeah.
They have said to me in the letter that she is a citizen, but there is a separate registration process that must happen. Now, that registration process, they haven't pointed out under which section of the law. And they can't because there is no law that supports it. Okay? Now, when you read the citizenship certificates there, you see one is for somebody from Tobago who was never a citizen but became one because they were married. The other is for my nephew who is a citizen from birth because his mother was born in St. Kitts and Nevis before independence. When you read the last line of both certificates, the last line is telling in saying that the person named above has been granted citizenship of St. Kitts and Nevis in accordance with the St. Christopher and Nevis Constitution Order. Now, only one of those people can be granted because one wasn't a citizen. So if my nephew is a citizen, just like my daughter, a minister has no power, no law, no basis, and cannot grant someone something that they already have. They cannot grant or confer upon someone something that they already have. So when you hear me use the term scandal, I can say that with conviction. Okay? And if somebody thinks that I don't have the right to say that, they know what to do about it. Because that is what this is. I've helped to expose the Windrush scandal here in the UK, and it's coming back with a vengeance. The e-visa schemes here is already turning into a scandal. And our government cannot face the British government and say, why are you doing this to these people when they themselves are guilty of the same thing? So they need to come clean. They need to come clear and correct and fix the issue. They cannot come and tell me that my daughter is a citizen, but she must still register as a citizen. How does that make any sense to anybody with common sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I take the point.
Right.
We see so many ways where you could say the way they do things is seems to fly in the face of logic, and even in the face of what the law allows or what the law prescribes. So yeah.
But how is she a citizen but she still has to register? So is she going to register as an overseas citizen or something like that? Call up?
No.
Okay.
No. The law is clear
Mm-hmm.
that under Section 91B, there's a caveat. Section 91B deals with persons born overseas whose parents are citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Mm-hmm.
It has a caveat that says if the parent is a person described as Section 90A, Section 90A says all the people who were citizens of the UK and colonies on the 18th of September shall become citizens of St. Kitts Nevis the following day.
Mm-hmm.
So once you have that caveat, if you're born overseas and you have that caveat that says your parent was born inside St. Kitts and Nevis before independence, then you are at birth a citizen, right? that section deals with people who are citizens from birth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the case. And this is why they have admitted it, because they cannot defend the position, the previous position where they said she's not a citizen, she has to be registered. So now they've gone to the position of saying, well, you know what, she is a citizen, but she still has to register.
Mm-hmm.
So just like, if you're wrong, admit that you're wrong and do right. Don't admit that you're wrong and continue to do wrong. And that is what the government is doing here. And people are starting to realize, perhaps, I've spoken to some people who have looked at this, challenged them, but didn't go far enough. And I am going to court. I am not putting this down. So I am giving them every opportunity to do the right thing. If they don't want to do the right thing, then we will be going to court. Because you cannot maintain the position that you're granting someone something that they have. You don't have the power to do that. And that is the situation here. A lot of people don't understand. I mean, I've had a little bit of backlash, but most people understand the situation and understand that the law is clear. The government legal department know this. They took 9 weeks to reply to the letter when the rules of the court only prescribed for 14 days, 2 weeks. It took 9 weeks to sit there and try and figure out how we're going to work our way around this. And there's no workaround. There is no workaround. Fix it, admit it, deal with it. That is how it's supposed to be. So like I'm saying, we have a problem over here in the UK. We had it in 2018, and our government came here, along with other CARICOM governments, and challenged the British government. They said they were going to fix it. They've reneged on that promise. We're back in the same situation.
Respond to this person, which actually would be you reiterating what you said before. Tessa says the citizenship is not automatic, though. You have to apply for it, but that seems to fly in the face of what the law says, right?
So if she reads the relevant section of the Constitution, Section 91, defines people who are citizens at birth. Okay? And Section 91B says people also born overseas to St. Kitts citizens are citizens at birth if the parent was born inside of St. Kitts and Nevis before independence. So it is an automatic acquisition at birth if the parent was born before independence. I deal with these citizenship cases here in the UK on a daily basis. I have people in St. Kitts who are reaching out to me to get their British citizenship. I deal with these situations. These laws come from here. Whether there is a misinterpretation or misunderstanding, the law is clear. These are citizens at birth. The government has now accepted that. They have accepted it in the letter which I published in the article. So why then carry on and try to say that there's a separate registration process? There is no legal standing for that. The passport applications asks, how are you a citizen, if by descent, marriage, birth, or economic investment? So if you are a citizen by descent, they have a section where you put the parents' details, and obviously you supply the birth certificate. Once these things check out, and the parent was born before independence, they are supposed to continue with the process. If the parent was born in St. Kitts after independence, then they should come back and refer you to registration, because the people who were born after independence don't get to automatically perpetuate their citizenship outside of the country, because it seems there was foresight of citizenship by investment, and they don't want those economic citizens to perpetuate that citizenship automatically. That is the analysis and the deconstruction of it. I don't know who is alive who can say that, but that is exactly how it looks. Okay?
Yeah, we have a comment here. Burl says, the government sooner or later will have to redefine the terms citizen and citizenship. What do you say to that? I mean, I guess that's kind of broadening. It's kind of broadening the.
It's broad.
Broadening, the discussion.
I mean, I just think that what's telling is the fact that when you get the certificate as an alien and you naturalize or you register, the certificate says the same thing that like the one that they gave to my nephew who was already a citizen. That's the problem there. You cannot grant something that someone already has. So right then and there, you know that you're making a mistake.
Is it a matter? Let me ask you. You think it's a matter of revenue generation, or there's something else going on? Because
it probably is. It probably is because they're charging $150 US or $250 if you're over 16, right? But that then tells you that it's a scandal because you cannot prevent someone from their right, and all citizens have a right to hold a passport except in exceptional circumstances of crime, right? Or they're on bail and the condition of bail is to deprive them from their passport.
Could we have a situation
unless
where
those things apply?
I was thinking, could you have a situation where you go to court, you win, and the court says that they have to repay the money? Well, let's say that it would be a situation where all those people who had similar situations where they just decided they were just going to pay, even though pay for something that they already have. You think perhaps that the government might have to refund monies in that case? Just an aside.
It is likely to happen. It is very likely, and I'm sure the government has already weighed that up. Okay? And this is why they came up with this poxy excuse about still having to register. It makes no sense. It's not supported by anything. So they have already assessed that. It is likely they have already assessed that. Whether a court would make such a blanket policy, I don't know. Or if people would have to individually make claims or make a class action, join a class action. But either way, the government is putting itself in an impossible position. The best thing would have been, since earlier this year, to give my daughter what she deserves, what's rightfully hers, and move it along, keep it going.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because, I mean, my reading of the law, I think you're on point with your reading of the law and so on. So
I've had it assessed. I've had it even assessed by other academics. And so, and you remember I had an article out this year as well regarding my son, 18 years waiting for citizen, 17 years. We did the registration process in 2007 when my understanding of the law wasn't as clear. And 17 years later, he still doesn't have that. So you said to follow this instruction. We followed that instruction, and you still didn't do what you say you would do.
And we see so many instances where the way they do things in government basically are not in line with the law. And I think I said this before, not in line with the law and logic. And I feel if more people stood up to this kind of thing, we would have some change, yes. Yeah. You know?
We would. Because, in my view, it is unlawful action. They're acting unlawfully and reverting me back to the embassy in London. My daughter has an application that's sitting at the Ministry of National Security in St. Kitts since June or July. And that's corroborated. So it's almost even as if when they wrote this letter and talking inflammatory language about alleged and all this type of thing, it's on, her birth certificate is on British Crown paper with Crown watermark inside. Far more sophisticated than St. Kitts birth certificate, okay? And they have ways of corroborating it. Not saying that they even need to, but they have ways. So why is this sort of inflammatory language being used? Why is the government trying to take this position when they know they don't have a leg to stand on? That's the question.
Here's what Tessa
Why the posturing?
Yeah. Tessa says, I like this comment. If our citizens feel this strongly about it, they should stand up and demand a change. We are good at making noise with our hands over our mouth. Yeah, I like that. That is definitely true. And Burl is saying, I'm advocating for natural-born citizens to enjoy all the fruits of their citizenship, but sooner or later, the persons who get their citizenship through that CBI will require this too. Well, I'm glad Burl brought that up, because my thing is there should have to be, for me, classes of citizen. Sorry. Another comment from Tessa.
Remember. Yeah.
No, Tessa is saying, well, this is for you now. This is to you. She's saying, why does he still not, meaning your son, why does he still not have his citizenship though? What's stopping him from getting it?
That's a question for the government. That's not a question that I can answer. I've duly made the application. I've done the same. I started the application for my daughter. And then when this whole issue came up the first time when I rang into Ireland Tea about this, I told them, you know what, don't continue with the application. Make it a passport application. Okay, you have the money. You have all the information required. Make it a passport application and grant her a passport, because there's no need for a citizenship application. I've already explained.
And what was the response?
They haven't replied. You see how they have been. They took 9 weeks to reply to the pre-action protocol letter. Okay, and they think that I'm not smart enough to realize that you can't talk about some kind of made up in your head registration process that's not supported by anything. The minister has no power to grant any citizenship where the Constitution is clear. And you can't have any law below the Constitution that does that either. The Citizenship Act doesn't even support it. So what are they talking about? They're not talking about anything supported by anything. And this is where we're at. So I know what the next move will be.
Yeah.
And I'm talking plainly to the government, and it's about successive governments. It's not about a Labour government or a PAM government. It's about successive governments. It's not tribalism here. Okay? This is the state acting unlawfully and prejudicing the rights, the constitutional rights of citizens. That is what I'm talking about here.
Now the comment here, this is interesting. I have a son born in the U.S., and it took me no time to get his citizenship when he was a young boy. He's now 31 years old. What pushed me was when the immigration officer, while traveling with him, they told me he would only get 1 month here. He was living here since he was 1 month old. So this is the kind of stuff that goes on, I guess.
Yeah, I read a comment similar to that before. He's 31, so he was born in the 90s. I mean, the parents is obviously older than independence. So when you say get citizenship, he should have just gotten a passport. There was no citizenship to be had.
Because it's conferred automatically.
He has it from birth. Yes. This is what we're talking about here. And to give you some context, they get a lot of applications as well with people connected to Anguilla, who had parents, or grandparents born in Anguilla, and they're entitled to British citizenship. When it is discovered,
oops, sorry. Call back. It dropped out. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, go ahead. Hey, caller. Yeah.
I think we got cut off.
Yeah.
I was saying that persons connected with Anguilla, who has a parent or grandparent born there, when it is discovered that they have an automatic claim to citizenship, that they're already automatically a citizen, they don't make a citizenship application. They make a passport application. And they're granted their British passport. This is how the law works. This is where it comes from. So you don't make them, Britain cannot make them make a citizenship application where they're already a citizen. I've seen that happen once, and I pointed it out to them, and they asked for their certificate to be returned and securely and they sent a letter saying, you are a citizen, this is sufficient to make a passport application. This was connected to Windrush. So the government really needs to look at this now and decide what they're going to do before I lodge some papers, because I'm not going to let this go. My daughter is not happy about this, and I am going to defend her rights on this issue.
Okay. Okay. We gotta close it down on that call. I think we have some other callers trying to get in, but yeah, we definitely are with you on this issue, and I definitely feel like this is something that needs to be resolved, and yeah, someone really needs to challenge the government on this, so they can stop.
Thank you.
So they can stop doing this nonsense. Yes, because it is nonsense. Makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Yes. Okay, we can take a quick break and we come back. We have a couple other things we want to go through. And, you know, that caller raised an interesting point, which made me think of this song from, I'm going to play a little bit of this before we go to the break. Godfrey song called Doing Business, talking about, you know, how difficult it is to do business in St. Kitts. We've always ranked very low. In this respect. Like, I've heard news items that this has been going on for the last 20 years where they talk about we rank very low as far as getting things done. You know, when you try to set up a business and so on. Just terrible.
For the locals or for people?
Well,
that
both. Everyone.
Oh, okay.
With all the red tape and all the bureaucracy, I'm fed up and tired with all the run around you just get. Just to get a simple license for a small business outlet. Your application and file for the longest while. Well, they have you on a merry-go-round, just like a bloody circus clown. From this department to that department, you get sent.
I noticed he said, well, make the money for a passport. 9 weeks and nothing. This is exactly what Godfrey's talking about. This is the kind of nonsense. Anyway. 9:43. I said what I said. Nonsense. Church Street, shape up. Let's take a break.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. When I lime it at the beach on the town, Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley, the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Fruta full of vitamin thing. Real fruit juice, no full of vitamin. Pop open the goodness, just dive in. Fruta every night, fruta every morning.
It's the amazing taste and quality in fruit juice you've come to know and love. Anytime, anywhere, any occasion. Fruta is your tastier, better, healthier choice.
We got the vibes, fruta. Real nice, fruta.
And for the families, remember to pick up the 1 liter.
Forever. Just to get the minister to deal with a simple matter. You better have some strings to pull or get a big godfather. Otherwise, come and smoke your pipe, a dog eat you supper. The minister is in an important meeting, so you come back early the next morning.
So that's Godfrey. He's they changed the results because originally the alternate was Glenroy. What's his last name again? Your area, Glen.
Blanchett?
Yeah, Glenroy Blanchett.
Oh, he sings too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they changed it to Godfrey, so Godfrey's the alternate now. I don't know what happened.
You checked the new results like the caller had mentioned earlier?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
I know that. I was kind of wishing. Well, I was worried that they had done some drastic change, but I don't know. Maybe there was a tabulation error or something. But yeah, so I want to get into that. One thing I wanted to talk about. There were some I think this is something that maybe the tourism authority and the government in general should pay attention to. Let me see. Some ratings just came out for. Let me see if I can find it. Some tourism ratings. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So, Caribbean islands win several World Travel Awards. This is from Loop News. This came out on November 29. In the annual World Travel Awards for 2024, several Caribbean islands and hospitality providers have been recognized for outstanding achievements across multiple categories, showcasing the region's rich tourism landscape. Here are the awards for leading Caribbean island in various categories. Jamaica won 17 awards. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. St. Lucia won 8. Turks and Caicos Islands won 6. Bahamas won 5. Trinidad and Tobago won 1. I thought that one was interesting. Leading business travel destination, which kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cuba won 1. Leading cultural destination. Anguilla, leading culinary destination. St. Vincent and the Grenadines won 2 awards. Leading green destination. I would have thought Dominica would have won that, but anyway. Leading nature destination. But I guess maybe Dominica doesn't have the numbers like St. Vincent. Barbados won 2. Leading resort, Sandals Royal Barbados, and leading wedding destination. St. Kitts won 1. Grenada won 1. Dominican Republic won 1.
What is St. Kitts owned for?
Which I thought was interesting. Diving. Leading diving destination, which is a curious, is a curious accolade because I mean, I'm not downplaying how exciting diving is, but I
didn't know we had that much diving on the island.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these are very subjective, though.
Yeah,
a lot of these awards.
Subjective to what?
Meaning, I mean, did these people dive at every single one of these? That's my thing. I mean, I know it's a lot of work, but
and you see more places have
you
more
know?
dives.
Yeah.
I guess we're not in the thick of that thing, so we don't know. But I'm actually shocked to hear diving because you see a lot of people diving Grenada because they have the underwater
Exactly, I was
structure
thinking about that, yeah.
Barbados and those places. I didn't know St. Kitts had a big thing
mean,
happening, but kudos to St. Kitts.
But I mean, to me, it's kind of an indictment of our product. You could argue it's an indictment of, and maybe a criticism of what we're doing because of all the things to win. There's nothing wrong with diving, but I am pretty sure they would have preferred to have won some of the more less obscure awards, right? I mean, let's go to the Jamaica ones quick. Jamaica won, oh my God, leading family travel destination, leading home port, leading tourist board, leading destination management company, leading tour operator, leading travel agency. 17, wow. Don't even have time to go through all those. Let's see what this caller has to say. Caller, go right ahead.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, it's Jamsta. Good morning, man.
Hey.
I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question, right? St. Kitts and Nevis established relationship with Taiwan since way back, right?
Yeah.
41 years.
Why, you there?
Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah, I just got a quick question. Why, if St. Kitts and Nevis established relationship with Taiwan way back when, right? So why they're having Chinese flooding the place instead of Taiwanese?
Say that again.
If you establish relationship with a group of people, right? Like St. Kitts and Nevis has established relationship with Taiwan, right? But why they didn't influx the Taiwanese, but instead the Chinese are being influxed?
Okay.
Because of what's going on between China and Taiwan, right? And if I establish relationship with Taiwan, I would think that Taiwanese should be moving into St. Kitts and Nevis and establishing these businesses and such instead of Chinese. That's just a question that I have for, the foreign minister. And me being an advocate about trying to get that Brian clause removed, what I'm trying to look at more now is widening the scope of the word citizen and citizenship. Even though you'll be hearing me promoting and advocating for natural born citizens to run for politics, that scope in itself going to have to get widened, because in my mind now, I'm evolving. A citizen is just going to have to be a citizen in the near future going forward. So all those persons who are coming in, whether by the CBI or through marriage and stuff like that, just as well as the natural born citizens, all citizens is going to have equal rights going forward. So that's my little contribution for this morning, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, caller.
All right, great. I remember, he kind of makes a good point, because I remember when I started to see the Chinese showing up, I actually assumed at first that they were Taiwanese. Until I found out. I remember asking one of them one time in the early days. Well, probably not the early days, because when I came here, they were already here. But when I came out, they were already here. But I remember asking, because I had assumed they were Taiwanese, because I was like, why would be mainland Chinese be coming here? But I asked, and I said, no, they're from China. And I actually remember another incident, which I thought was very interesting. There used to be a Taiwanese restaurant in Fort Lands, right? And I remember we went there once, and one of the company addressed them as, we were talking to them. They were very friendly. Food was great. And we addressed them as, someone in the group addressed them as Chinese. And they were like, no, we are not Chinese. We are Taiwanese. And they made that point very strongly. And then I've noticed that subsequently that they take pains to distinguish themselves from mainland China, which I call East Taiwan or West Taiwan. What was it? What was that called? West Taiwan. Just as a joke. That's what people call China West Taiwan. Just to mess with the Chinese. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So let's back to those awards.
But how they have, I don't think Jamaica should be compared to the other small islands. I think they should put them by themselves, because Jamaica has a thing going on for a very long time.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that, because we all sort of, I mean, it is what it is in terms of what we have as let's say, our natural endowment from the creator as far as what we're going to market for tourism. So we just have to make the best of what we have. And I agree, Jamaica has more resources. It's a much bigger country. They have a bigger marketing budget and so on. And then they've been at it. Yeah, they've been at it so long.
Yeah,
it is kind of self-reinforcing. They built up a lot of inertia that we haven't attained yet, and we probably will never get there, because I mean,
why?
Well, because we're smaller.
Excuse me.
I mean, Jamaica has all this lore to pull on. I mean, Ian Fleming, the guy who wrote James Bond, there's an airport named after him. There's there's a resort. The resort that I don't know if he owned it or what, but the resort that he there's a resort named after him. What's it called? Something at Ian Fleming at something GoldenEye at GoldenEye, was it? It won an award. What was it? Fleming Villa at GoldenEye, leading luxury hotel villa. So they won that. I think that won 2 awards. There was another one. Yeah, so that kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna have to shut it down because we have Money Matters coming up. Let me see if he just messaged me. Let me see what he's saying. Okay, so how are you feeling? Why? What you laugh for? Okay. Yeah. So we have Money Matters. It's gonna be live, and it's gonna be Zoom apparently. Okay. So Kevin is gonna be joining Money Matters this morning.
Okay.
And they're going to be given from our newsroom. So that should be fun. Yeah, okay. So I give you the last word.
My last word is just for everybody to have a great Monday.
You're the host. Come on.
Oh no, that's my last word for everybody to have a great one. Yeah, I always wish everyone a great one. Spread some kindness. See you again tomorrow. Be your best selves today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.